Hi everyone, my name is Jenna. Welcome to Divine Direction Intuitive. This is going to be a pick a card reading for what should your New Year's resolution be. Now before I start this reading, I just want to say some of these New Year's resolutions are not going to be your typical resolution. I saw a couple of the cards that flipped over when I was dealing them, and some of them are a little heavy. So it's not light and airy as I wanted this reading to be. With having said that, I have 4 different groups. So this is group number 1, and there is the rose quartz, in case you're having difficulty picking. Group number 2 has clear quartz. Group number 3, amethyst. And group number 4 is cat's eye. Now, if you still have difficulty picking which group you want, look below to see my timestamps for each group, and maybe one of the numbers will jump out at you. For example, I was watching a pick a card reading, and I couldn't decide which group to choose. And when I looked at the timestamp, I saw 11:22, and I had been seeing 11:22 for a few days now, so that definitely helped me choose. If you hear meowing, it's my cat. She's just lonely. Okay, so I'm going to give you a moment to pick which deck you would like. If you want to, you can pause the video and meditate on which number you would like. So now I'm just going to jump into group number 1. So I'm going to move these off to the side. Okay, so group number 1, let's see what you have. Okay, the first card that came out is patience. Compassion, guardian, barriers, love, support, and nature. Okay, so for the first card, patience, I feel that you need to learn how to develop patience, and not just your typical patience, but in the regards of trusting divine timing. So, for example, you could be wanting something to happen in 2019 and you just want it now, and I totally, that is me, I am like that, but I've had to learn how to develop patience and trust in divine timing, because when you try to make something happen quicker than it's supposed to, then what you can do is actually add resistance to it and either delay it or make it not come. So really try to develop patience in the new year. And if you need to, just try to focus on one thing at a time. A book you could read is actually Outrageous Openness by Tasha Silver, about surrendering and letting things happen. That book really helped me with learning my patience and trusting in divine timing. So that could be a New Year's resolution for you. Now you also got the compassion card. So for some of you, your New Year's resolution is to practice forgiveness and to choose to be more loving. So forgiveness isn't always easy to give. I've struggled with it myself for some people, but when you focus on forgiving someone, and once you finally do, you just feel so much better and just like you're set free. So when you forgive someone, it's not necessarily that you're condoning what they have done or what they have said to you, but you're really just doing it for yourself to let you be free. Now, a way that I have tried practicing forgiveness, and I think it was through Louise Hay's book. I can't really remember, but I'll try to look that up and write it in the comments. But what I would do is, if a person or situation came up in my mind, I would work through it where I'd say, okay, this is what this person said or did to me. This is how I felt. And then try to look at it from their point of view. And I don't mean like why they would say that to you in regards to anything about you, but why would they say that or do that in general? What in their past has made them act this way? And when I found that when I did that, I would look back and I'd be like, oh, this person had a really bad childhood, or their mom or their dad weren't really in the picture, or they were always bullied, and they were just kind of projecting that onto me. So by looking at it that way really helped me to forgive the person. So I would say that I forgive them, and then I would forgive myself for letting whatever they did to me or say to me bother me in such a way. And then I would release it. And sometimes I would have to do this a couple of times because it depends on the severity of what this person has done or said to you, right? There's definitely different circumstances out there. So it will depend on what you have gone through. So this could just help for some people. Other people, it might not. You might need some more, some heavier work. I'm not really sure. It depends on your situation, right? So I'm just saying, if this resonates with somebody, then maybe they can use that exercise to help with forgiveness. Now, you also have the support card. And it says, offer some support, experience the joy of serving others. So I feel like this might be connected to the compassion card. So if somebody has done something to you and you need to forgive them, or you need to forgive them, you want to forgive them, you want to move on, what you can do is maybe help them through whatever they're going through, because hurt people hurt people. So if somebody has been hurt themselves, that's why they're trying to hurt others. So if say this person that you're working on forgiving is a family member or a loved one, and you feel like you are close enough with them that moving through this forgiveness that you can help support them and maybe help lift them up from where they're at, help them through their hurt, then definitely do that. But I would say also be discerning in this, because there's some people that you can't help. There's some people that don't want the help. They just want to stay in their misery. And if somebody is really, really toxic, then maybe just don't do that. Just be discerning, because you know what's best for yourself. Now, if you're having any difficulties with this forgiveness, you have the Guardian card. So it's telling you that you are encouraged to ask your guardian angels and your spirit guides for extra guidance. So you could ask them to help you with forgiving a certain person, and they need your permission to help to intervene in your life. So when you do that, then that allows them to come in and help you. It might take a little bit for them to help you, or it could be instant. It depends on the situation. It depends on you and what's going on, okay? But you're definitely being encouraged to talk to your guardian angels and your guides and have them help you through this. Now, another thing you can ask them to help you with is barriers. So for some of you, your resolution is going to be to recognize the barriers or walls that you've put up in your life. Now, these walls that you've put up are preventing any healing that you're needing to come through. So you can ask your angels and guides to help you to identify them, help you break down these walls. And when you identify the cause of these defense mechanisms that you've made, it helps you to let the healing in so you can heal and move forward. So there's definitely a New Year's resolution here with identifying whatever barriers that you have and breaking those down in 2019. Now you also have the love card, and it says, choose love. Let your love become a powerful force for change. So I feel like this is also connected with compassion. Somebody that you love may have hurt you, but use this love for them to be a powerful force of change. For you to move forward, but also for them to help them move forward. And again, that's only if you feel comfortable doing so. Okay, and your last card was nature. And it says, take a walk, let the beauty of nature feed your soul. So another New Year's resolution for you, Group 1, is to spend more time in nature. Go out for walks, take a hike. This can help you connect to your angels and your guides. When you are in silence, when you are in nature, it helps you to remove all of that clutter in your mind so that you can hear messages from your angels and your guides. And this might come as a thought, an inspired idea, something like that. Okay, so this was the reading for group number 1. I hope that it resonated with some of you and that you find this helpful. Okay, so we're going to move on to group number 2, which is the clear quartz. Okay, courage, kindness, vibration, give back, sensitivity. Then you guys got a ton of cards from my other deck. Listening, courage again, dreams, risk, opportunity, magnificence, self-love, pleasure, relaxation, and blessings. Okay. All right, we're going to start with courage because you guys got courage twice. Where is it? Oh, here we go. There's so many cards in this. So I just want to read the back of this one. And it says, take the leap. Your courage will see you through. So I feel like group 2, you are being asked to believe in yourself this year and to have the courage to follow your dreams. So you may need to trust in yourself more. That's kind of what I'm getting from this. Because, you know the way that you need to go. you know what you're supposed to be doing. You just need to take the courage to do it, okay? So, courage is going to be huge for you this year. Absolutely huge. Now, I feel that some of these cards relate to that because you also have the Magnificence card, which says, own your magnificence. The world needs your brilliance and your grace. You also have the Self-Love card. So, you're being told to see the magnificence and to love yourself. See your magnificence. That you are amazing, and you need to identify that. You need to know and feel that. You need to have the courage to trust in yourself. You have the Listening card. It says, listen to your wise self. Let your inner compass direct the course of your life. Trust in your inner compass. Okay? You also have opportunity. I feel like opportunities are going to be coming to you if you have the courage. You have to have the courage to go through with them. Now, this card says, release your ties to the past. When you let go of the old, you make room for the new. So, let go of the old thought patterns that you have about yourself. Maybe you don't think that you're good enough. You have these cards that are telling you to love yourself and believe in yourself. Let go of any other thoughts other than that you're amazing. Okay? And when you release that past, that negativity about yourself, okay? Then you can embrace this fresh new start. Because you also have the Dreams card, which says, think big. There are unseen forces ready to support your dreams. Okay, so don't be limiting yourself this year. Think big, dream big. When you release your self-limiting thoughts, that will open up a whole new realm of amazing things that could happen. All of these possibilities. Risk. Take a risk. You have the power within to move mountains. You are being asked to take a risk, to believe in yourself, to take a risk, and have the courage in 2019. That is a really important message for you guys. I feel like this could really be in regards to your work life. It could be anything, but some of you, it's in regards to your work life. And I also feel like you have the message that don't let it all be about work, though. Yes, work towards your dreams and your goals, but don't let it all be about work, because you have the Pleasure card that says, do something just for fun. Pleasure is one of life's emotional nutrients. And you also have the Relaxation card, which says, allow yourself to be lazy. It's okay to do nothing. You don't always need to be working towards your goal. Let yourself have some me time. Even if it's just for half an hour a day, you need to relax and let things be. Okay. So you have the Vibration card. So the Vibration card is telling you to work on keeping your vibration higher in 2019. I mean, always keep it higher, but especially in 2019. Especially when you're taking the courage to move forward with your dreams. Having a higher vibration is really going to help you. Now, having fun, the pleasure card, that will definitely help you raise your vibration. But you also have the blessings card, which says, count your blessings. A grateful heart attracts more joy, love, and prosperity. So you're being told to have gratitude. When you have gratitude for what you already have in your life, that will definitely help you raise your vibration. And you also have the kindness card, as well as the give back card. This card is gorgeous, by the way. So when you take the time to be kind to somebody, when you take the time to give back, that's going to make your vibration rise even higher, because not only are you helping someone and making them feel good, you're going to feel good in the process for doing it. So be kind to someone at your work. Maybe do random acts of kindness. Give back. It doesn't necessarily need to be for you to give back somewhere in your community. It could just mean that you help your grandma go get groceries. You take her to the doctor, that sort of thing. It just depends on you, what you're into. You could volunteer somewhere, but that's really going to help raise your vibration. Now, the final card is sensitivity. So, for my fellow empaths, I feel like this is for everyone, but I'm also feeling it strongly for my empaths. I need to say this. I feel like you need to have the courage to own who you truly are in 2019. Absolutely own it. Don't isolate yourselves any longer. And I know exactly how this feels because I am the exact same. I tell you, I do not know how I worked at Walmart for like 5 years, because now I go into Walmart for a minute and my whole energy is just drained. I'm in a crappy mood and I don't want to feel that. So I've hid myself. I've locked myself in my house just because I don't want to feel that anxiety. I don't want to feel everyone's emotions. So I get it, but you need to have the courage to step out and be who you are. So learn how to develop your intuition and use those gifts. It is a gift. It feels like a curse. I absolutely agree. I know, but it is a gift. Learn how to use your gift, okay? So to summarize for group 2, because this was kind of all over the place, develop the courage that you need to follow your dreams. I'm also getting to work on your solar plexus this year. You need to learn to trust into your intuition. Listen to your wise self. Where is it? Release ties to the past so that you can make room for your new amazing opportunity. Look, she's got her arms open wide to receive this amazing opportunity. Work on keeping your vibration high with gratitude. A New Year's resolution could be to start a gratitude journal. Spend more time giving back and being kind. Do random acts of kindness. My lovely empaths, embrace who you are. Have the courage to own your gifts, learn how to develop them, and use them. Okay? Love you guys. So this was the reading for group number 2. I really hope that it resonated with you guys. You know, it was kind of a little all over the place, but I think the real message for you is just have the courage to move forward and take action this year. Be who you are. That's really important. Okay, so group number 3, Amethyst. All right, this one has a lot of cards too. Hole in the soul. This is going to be a heavier reading. Unconditional love. Yep. Meditation. There's a New Year's resolution. Forward movement. Creativity. Passion. Trust. Silence. Friendship. Truth. You have a lot of green in this, so when I see green, I think of the heart chakra. So you might want to work on that this year. Okay, this is going to be a longer reading, I feel like. So we're going to get right down to it. Hole in the soul. Okay. So this card is about childhood wounds and them creating a hole in your soul. You could be possibly feeling depressed, lonely, isolated, even in a group of people. That empty feeling, I've been there. It's not fun. Okay? So this card is telling you that these feelings is from losing your true self, from somewhere in your childhood. Somewhere you have disconnected from who you truly are, and now you've put on a false facade to make other people feel comfortable. Now, in the book for this card, for this deck, it says that if there was family drama, you were the one who probably picked up the pieces, and that's how this could have occurred. So, a New Year's resolution for this is to work on your inner child. You need to feel that grief that you have pushed down for so long so that your healing can begin. It's not an easy process, and nobody wants to think of terrible things that have happened in the past or of upsetting things. But I tell you, if you work through them, you will let them go and you'll feel so much better. Now, you also have the truth card, which says, tell the truth. Integrity is a key to living an authentic life. So when I see the truth card, I always take it as speaking your truth, but also in this case, it's like remove that false facade and be who you really are. Say what you really feel. Live an authentic life. You also have the trust card, and it says trust your decisions. March to the beat of your own drum. To me, these three are just telling you to live an authentic life. Just remove that mask. It might take a while to do so, but remove that facade and show who you really are. Let that shine. Don't be afraid of making people uncomfortable anymore, because you have done this for far too long. It's time for you to be you. Okay. So the next card that you got is Unconditional Love. So unconditional love is about practicing forgiveness. We talked about this, I think, in number 1. I feel like forgiveness is going to be really big for you, especially in healing this hole in your soul, okay? So, if it was 1, I think it was 1. They all kind of blurred together. I was talking about, I believe it was Louise Hay. She has an exercise where you work on forgiving someone. So maybe look back on number 1 for that. Unconditional love is about forgiveness. It's about giving love without expectation. Being and giving the love that you want to experience. I read that in the card that really stuck with me. I thought that was really brilliant. So I'm also feeling that this is unconditional love for yourself. Especially with this. You love yourself and own who you are. Because you are awesome. So a New Year's resolution for this, I would say practice forgiveness. Use the Louise Hay exercise from, I think, group number 1. And practice unconditional love on yourself. Talk to yourself with compassion. Excuse me. Okay. You also have... Oh. You know what? I feel like this is part of that. Not necessarily friendship, but I really like what it says on the back. It says, when you're mirrored with love, you see yourself clearly. So when you're giving love to other people and loving yourself, you see yourself clearly when you're giving love to other people. That's basically, which I feel like really works with the unconditional love, because then you're both getting the love. Now, you also have the meditation card. Excuse me, my throat is dry from talking. Okay, so I feel like this is really important because you also got the silence card, which I kind of take as the same thing. So, meditation could be a really good New Year's resolution for you, whether it is that you start meditating in 2019, or maybe you've been meditating before this, but it's saying to do it on a more consistent basis, or maybe it's time for you to expand the amount of time that you spend meditating. Maybe you only meditate for 10 minutes and you move up to 15 or something like that, or even look into guided meditation. But this meditation can help you connect back to your true self. So with this, a hole in your soul. So I would say a New Year's resolution could be to do the meditation to meet your inner child. There are some on YouTube. If you look on YouTube, there are some that will help you meet your inner child, and that can help you heal. I personally, for my inner child work, I had dreams about myself with my inner child. He was a masculine. It was a little boy, but it was helping heal my inner child. So you might have dreams about it too. But meditation, definitely try that. And if you hate meditating, I know I'm terrible at meditating. Even just sitting there in silence for 10 minutes, that could really help you. So let yourself be quiet and try to release any of the thoughts that you have in your head and just relax. Okay? I know it's not easy, but it is what it is. Even if you just start and try, I think that will help. So, your next card is forward movement. This is a really good sign, guys. So, this card means that things are moving forward for you, even if you can't really see the evidence of it yet. So, what it's telling you is to decide that you want to change and release any resistance that you have towards changing. And allow it to come into your life. So this is definitely going to be a positive change. This is a signal for a positive change coming. You just need to decide that yes, you do want to change and release any resistance in the way. So a New Year's resolution in this regard could be to decide that you want to move forward, Work on your faith and belief that this positive change is coming into your life, okay? I can't stop saying okay, I'm sorry. Now, you also have, the last two cards are the creativity card and your passion card. So creativity says, express your creativity, delight in the mystery of your inner muse. So it's definitely encouraging you to be more creative. It doesn't necessarily have to be painting or sculpting or something like that. Just anything that's creative. Something that you enjoy doing. Could be baking, that sort of thing. Really anything. Now you also have passion that says resurrect a childhood dream. Let your passion take flight. Again, I'm coming back to the hole in the soul card. This could really be fitting for some people. Maybe you had a dream to do something, but somebody said, no, you can't do that, or that will never happen. And then it didn't. You decided, oh, I can't do that. It's telling you it's time for you to resurrect this childhood dream. Try to remember what you loved doing when you were a kid. Did you like painting? Did you like baking? Did you like dancing? Anything. And start doing that again. I think that's really going to help you. It's going to help you move forward. Okay? So, yeah. So your New Year's resolution in that regard is to think about what you love to do as a child and use it as a creative outlet. It could develop into a business or something like that, or it could just be helping you heal. I'm all about recreational therapy and using art or music as therapy. So maybe look into that as well. So this was a reading for group number 3. I hope it resonates with you, and I hope you enjoy it. And I feel that 2019 is going to be a good year for you. Just heal, and everything is going to work out. Okay, sorry about that. I had to pause. My cat was meowing really loudly, and I had to plug in my video camera. Okay, so this is group number 4, Cat's Eye, which is the irony. My cat was really, really meowing when I got to this. Okay, so let's see what is in your reading. First card, self-sabotage. Sleep. I know what somebody's New Year's resolution is going to be. Reawaken. Flow. You have a lot of these cards too. Rest. Tenderness. Awareness. Revelation. Goals. And progress. Okay, so we're going to dive into self-sabotage. Okay, so you have the self-sabotage card, and what it's telling you is to take the time to self-reflect on where you are sabotaging yourself in your life. So this card, it talks about missing opportunities. So it strongly encourages you that you need to recognize where you are holding yourself back in order to prevent missing out on such opportunities, all right? These opportunities could be, say, in regards to a relationship, so such as building walls that are so high that no one can get through them. I've done that. It could be maybe thinking that you're not qualified enough to get a certain job. It just depends on your situation. But there's some way in your life that you are sabotaging yourself from taking opportunities. So it's talking about releasing your resistance to change and to move out of your comfort zone, because it could be a fear of failure, it could be something else, but for some reason you are afraid to move forward. And a lot of us get into this rut where we're in this comfort zone and we're terrified to move out of it. But there's good things that are outside of that comfort zone. So a New Year's resolution for this could be to focus on one thing that you want to change. But again, you're afraid to do so, and work through the barriers that you have set for yourself. So if you are lacking confidence for a promotion or a new job, perhaps you can start using affirmations. So even for relationships, I am worthy of this relationship. I am worthy of receiving this promotion. And just say them every day. They say, fake it till you make it. Until you fully believe that this is possible, do that. Now, if this sounds like a really hard thing, like you don't think that you'll be able to do this, I believe it's brainsync.com. It's Kelly Howell, and she has relaxing music which have subliminal messages in them for different things. And if you just maybe listen to that while falling asleep or while relaxing, that can help you rewire your brain so that you will believe in yourself. There's different ones. There's ones for confidence. There's ones for loving yourself. And I believe they're about $10 to download an MP3, I think. I have a bunch of them, and I feel like they really work. So that could be, if you really think that affirmations are going to be difficult for you, maybe look into that. Now, you have the sleep card and the rest card. So I feel like this is going to be important for you for 2019. Sleep is an important part of your healing, and to let your body heal so it can reset itself. So make sure that you're getting sleep. You could be really busy and not sleeping as much. There could be just you have insomnia and you're not being able to sleep. You really need to make it a top priority. So my suggestion for a New Year's resolution in this regard is to make a sleep schedule. And they talk about it for this card. So go to bed at the same time every night. And I know this can be difficult. I sometimes stay up way too late, but that's my New Year's resolution actually this year, is to have a sleep schedule. So if you decide to go to bed maybe at 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock every night, and then also make a time when you put down your devices. So when you stop looking at your cell phone or your tablet, your laptop, your computer, watching TV, maybe give yourself like an hour and a half, an hour at least, just to wind down. So have a bath, meditate, read. I usually read before bed. It helps me fall asleep. Unless it's like really, really interesting. But anyway, sleep, having a sleep cycle, figuring out what you're going to do to have more sleep. But it's not even just like taking naps or anything. You really need to program your sleep. That will help you with your mood and help you concentrate. There are so many blogs out there where people talk about when they make a sleep schedule, when they go to bed at a certain time and wake up at a certain time. A lot of them wake up at like 5 a.m. That's so early. But it works for them. They get a lot more done. They feel more focused when they are working. So maybe look into that. Now you also have the Reawaken card. So this card is talking about that there's something that you've been suppressing. You've been suppressing a part of yourself. This talks about inner child work. So that could be a New Year's resolution in this regard. So do some inner child work on healing childhood wounds. Now, if this part resonates with you, I would encourage you to listen to group number 3 because I talk a little bit more about that. It seems to be a bigger thing for group number 3. Now, you also have the tenderness card, which says, speak gently to yourself. Cherish the child within. I can't speak right now. It's like my mouth is so dry. So speak gently to yourself. Speak to yourself as if you were a child. And that can really help you work through some of your inner child's work. Speak to yourself the way that you needed to be spoken to when you were a kid. Tell yourself it's going to be all right. Tell yourself you love yourself. So yes, definitely listen to group number 3 if that part resonates for you, because I go a little bit more into detail for that. And where else? Okay, we got flow. So flow is the next card. Now, flow is talking about experiencing a mirror in your life of how you view the world. So it's kind of like manifestation. What you think about, you bring about. That sort of thing. So if you are thinking about negative things, you will attract negative people and negative experiences. This card also brings up that if you find yourself in situations that trigger you, it means there's something more you need to heal in that area. So you could be watching out for that. So when you feel triggered by something that someone says or something someone does, that shows you that there's an aspect of that needs to be healed within you. And it definitely could be about something in your childhood. So your New Year's resolution could be to focus on thinking more positively and having a positive attitude. And this will bring more positive experiences to you, which obviously you want. Okay. I also feel like the flow card is speaking about present moment awareness, being present, because you also have the awareness card. So when you are focusing on today instead of yesterday or the past or the future, then you're kind of in that flow where you're allowing things to come to you and there's no resistance. So you're in a state of allowing all the good to come to you. It's like when you surrender, you give up all that control. So you're not resisting anymore. And that's when the good things will flow in for you. It feels like you're in a state of flow. So with the awareness card, it says practice present moment awareness. The meaning you yearn for lives in the ever-present now. So this can help you develop a positive attitude because you are more aware of what vibration you are giving out. So when you are living in the moment, and say you say something and you're like, oh man, okay, Jenna, you are a little bit negative right there. Then you can correct yourself. So that will help you to determine what you're bringing in. So, I just said something negative like, I'm not qualified enough to get that job. I'm not good enough for that. That guy over there would never go out with me. Then that's kind of the attitude. That's what you're bringing in for yourself. So this present moment awareness can also help you to be more aware of your intuition and messages that you're receiving from source. Because you also have the revelation card. And the revelation card says, listen to your life. The right path will reveal itself. So when you're in that more present awareness, then these messages can come to you. You're not worrying about the past. You're not worrying about the future. This allows that to come to you. So a New Year's resolution for this could be to work on being more present. You could meditate to help you with that, or spend time in silence. That will help you with your intuition and getting messages from Source or the universe or whomever you believe in. And that's going to help you move forward. Now, let's see. You're also being told to focus on your goals. So the goals card says, set a goal, write it down, and release the outcome. Small steps make a big difference. So again, what we're talking about with the self-sabotage card, I feel like, focus on one thing at a time that you want to change. Be specific about your goals. So if you want to lose weight, don't just say, I want to lose weight in 2019. No, how much weight do you want to lose? And when do you want to lose it by? How are you going to lose this weight? And instead of just saying, okay, well, I want to lose 50 pounds by the end of the year. That can seem like a lot. Instead, break it down into maybe 5-pound goals, 10-pound goals, and say, I want to lose 10 pounds by March. And I'm going to do it by eating healthy, and then be more specific about what you're going to eat. And I'm going to do it by doing this exercise. Maybe you'll start off by walking. And then in March, your goal will be, I'm going to lose another 10 pounds by this, and I'm going to start doing Zumba or something like that. Zumba. But write down your goal and be specific. And then the key is for you to release the outcome to the universe. So again, with where the living in the present moment and listening to your intuition will help guide you onto the right path. So when you release this, it can show you which path to take. Now you also have the progress card. And that says, charge forward. Be willing to make mistakes. So once you figure out which path you're on, or what you want to do, which path that you need to take it, it's time for you to charge forward for your dreams. So, and it says, be willing to make mistakes. Move out of your comfort zone. Be willing to make mistakes, because making mistakes can help you along the way, okay? So maybe something doesn't work out, all right, but you tried it. So it's time to try something else. Whereas the alternative is you just staying in the same box, in your comfort zone, and nothing ever really changing, where you're missing some really positive progress. So a New Year's resolution for this, for your goals, I would say maybe get a journal and write down your goals. So again, be specific. Write it down. I think there's a book called Write It Down, Make It Happen. Maybe a New Year's resolution is for you to read that book. Or watch videos about it on YouTube. So when you write it down, you make it happen. I remember one year, I didn't even know about this stuff. I had a journal. I wrote down all the things that I wanted to do. And by the end of the year, most of those things happened. The things that I was more specific about and I was less vague about, they actually happened. I was really shocked. And then when I learned that writing things down really helps to bring things about, that really clicked with me. So it's really important. If you want to progress forward, focus on what you want and be specific about it. Write it in a journal. I feel like once you start to identify what is holding you back with this self-sabotage, and you work through any kind of childhood wounds or anything like that, then you will be moving forward in 2019 in a very positive direction. So this is the reading for group number 4. I truly hope that this has helped someone, maybe even if it's just one person. I hope that it resonates and that this is helpful. I really hope that you guys have a wonderful 2019 and that positive things come about from all this healing. Honestly, I avoided doing healing on myself for a really long time, and I don't want people to do that to themselves, because then you hold yourself back for a really long time. And now that I have finally taken the time to work through my issues, things are starting to happen for me, and I really encourage people to work on that. It's not an easy thing. I hated the idea of doing it, and I wasn't really happy with going through with it until the end when things are really good. Honestly, it's totally worth it to work on all those emotions that you've stuck down. So have a happy new year, guys. Make 2019 your best year yet, and I will be back soon with more videos. Take care.